Well, howdy, how's it going? My name's Winona and welcome to another episode of Utter Chaos. Today we're in the kitchen. Why is that? Because I have an overflow of cornflakes. It's an issue that not many people have. How the hell did this happen to you? Well, it wasn't me. For those of you who don't know, I'm a carer for my grandmother, which explains why I'm so inconsistent. Just as I think life has sorted itself out, we're back on track, life throws another curveball. So I apologize for that. But anyway, each of these have 700 grams worth of cornflakes in them. Why do I have so much? Good question. See, my grandmother likes cornflakes. Now I will be referring to her as Goomy because that's what I call her. Goomy, grandmother, same person. Goomy loves her cornflakes. She has them every morning, but she's very specific with what she likes. She's also a cheapskate. So her favorite brand are in fact the home brand cornflakes from Coles. For a while there, she couldn't get those, and this woman who was taking her shopping convinced her to get them from Aldi. Why she got two is beyond me, but it turns out she doesn't like them.
It's just cornflakes.
So now I have too many cornflakes, and I'm like, what do you do with cornflakes? Because I also hate wastage. You can't just yeet 2 boxes, you know what I mean? There's children starving in Africa. So I doth get on the Google and I search cornflake recipes, as you do when you have 1400 grams of cornflakes. That's a lot of chicken to crumb, and I've already got them. This is the crumbage we've collected from her usual cornflake endeavours, and I haven't even used this. I know what you're thinking, Honey Joys. I don't know why I'm doing jazz hands. But anyway, Honey Joys. Yeah, could do. I could do that and what I'm about to do, because I found a recipe, my friends. Peanut butter cornflake bars. They sound delicious. And I sent it to my mother. So she made them, and she said maybe we might need to tweak the recipe a little bit because they do in fact fall apart. So we will be following a recipe, but also not following it. This may or may not work. Come on a journey with me. Because I find that this bit is boring, I pre-lined a tin. That's ready to go, but we don't need that yet. Pre-line your baking tin and set it to the side. I could be a baking show host. Oh, I didn't even mention the best bit. It's no bake. I mean, I like cooking and all, but this oven is shit. So I try and avoid it with my life. This air fryer? It's been a lifesaver. Get yourself a jug or a measuring cup. This one has exactly the amount of cornflakes that I need. You will do nicely. 4 cups. Into what I presume to be the biggest bowl that anyone has ever seen. I do believe she's opened one of these. Are they stale? Why do old people do this? Peg on everything. Not stale. Cool. Pass the test. Fun fact, but not so fun fact, I hate the sound of people eating. So for your sake and mine, I'm not including that crunch. Okay? You're welcome. I genuinely don't understand the people who like to listen to people eat, like ASMR. What is appealing about that? Especially if you're wearing like earphones. It's right in there, which is nowhere near where I want that to be. Anyway, take your 4 cups of cornflakes, which did not put a single dent in any of the amount of cornflakes that I have, into a giant great bowl. That was really satisfying. I did like that sound. Yeah, currently we're done with this bowl. We didn't do much. It's got cornflakes in it, but for the moment we're done. What we do need is yet another bowl. In this bowl, I don't know if there's gonna be enough room. Yeah, we'll make it work. Our star ingredient, peanut butter. I do in fact like crunchy, but I don't know how that would go in these bars. So I got smooth maple syrup because who doesn't love that? And just in case I don't have enough, I'm a thinker. Add cornflakes, 2 large mixing bowls, set aside. Done. In microwave safe bowl. I'm glad that that is microwave safe because I've been putting it in the microwave. We need 1 cup of this bad boy. Oh boy, am I glad that I got another one. It did say peanut butter and maple syrup, didn't it? Melt your peanut butter with, yeah, I thought I read that. Oh, it's got one of those little things. I swear, this packaging, you know what? All packaging is getting more and more shit. I'm not impressed, but it's there. That's better. Okay, 1 cup, yeah? Also, this is a brand new pack, so you get to listen to this, right? You're welcome. I love peanut butter. 1 cup of this as well. See, when they say 1 cup of something, do they mean like push it in there? Or do they just mean whack it in and when it reaches the line, Bob's your uncle? As much as I love to call myself a chef, I am not one, so I don't know this. Looks good to me. I tell you what, I love this spatula. It gets everything. It looks like you've licked it clean. It looks like a little peanut butter island in like a sea of maple syrup. I'm not against that. Bumi's requested a cuppa. Melbourne breakfast, because on Saturday I'm going to Melbourne. While I'm doing that, I should be microwaving this. I'll do that. Milk or no milk? What am I feeling? Sad? Almond and coconut milk. Not because I'm vegan, because I'm lactose intolerant. I'm not vegan. I'm lactose intolerant, but I will risk it. Everything in moderation. I remember one time at band camp, Mum and her work friend decided that they would go on a chocolate strike, and so that it kind of became like a little bit of a competition to see who would last the longest. What they failed to realise was that Easter was fast approaching. Striking chocolate before Easter, not such a good idea. Also, like a whole bunch of like exclusive chocolates were coming out and we were not allowed to eat chocolate, or like a piece of dark chocolate a night. That's it. Not that I eat a lot of chocolate anymore anyway, but this may be the reason why. Anyway, so because we weren't allowed to eat it, we bought it and stockpiled it, because on Easter, that's when you were allowed to break the strike. They were like, if you can make it to Easter, good for you. So Easter rolled around and we had so much chocolate, like so much. And what I used to like to do at Easter is just dump all of the chocolate that I would get into a bowl. So like there was Easter eggs and there was like chopped up pieces of bunny, and like we just had it all in a bowl. And I remember distinctly, this is when we were in our house binge, you know, House, the Doctor. Good show. Inaccurate. Anyway, we were sitting there, we were having a bit of a munch on our chocolate, and usually chocolate's fine. I can have some chocolate, feel fine. I'm not that lactose intolerant. Except I think I overdid it, because I was sitting there just munching away and then I went, Mum, can you just pause it for a sec? I just felt the cold sweats coming. So off I dashed to the loo, and holy shit, I thought I was going to die. That was the night that I was like, don't eat a whole bunch of chocolate all at once, especially when you've just had a strike. So yeah, I kind of went off chocolate for a bit after that. I can't remember why I told you that story. Good story, Nona. Good story. Right, back to the recipe. Now that you've kind of half melted it, but not really, and it doesn't look very appetizing, you now pour this in there and mix it around. I feel like folding it is the best option here.
Here's what you do. You just fold it in.
That is a good show. This still looks way too liquidy. I'm really quite proud of myself that I haven't licked this spatula yet. It also says you can use honey. Will that make it stickier? Honey and maple syrup? I mean, you can't really go wrong with that, can you? Do I need more peanut butter? What do you need? It's still, you know, I feel like it needs to clump together a bit better instead of slip sliding everywhere. Humph. Maybe honey? Okay, this is where things get risky. I want one of those honey twirlers. You know, the things, is that what they're called? What are they called? I was going to use a spoon, but also, do I just pour it? I shouldn't. I will use a spoon. We'll go 4, because it's nice and even. What has that done for this? Anything?
Not really.
I don't think that helped. What about just peanut butter? Like hard, don't microwave it, just hard peanut butter. We'll try that. But the thing is, the consistency changes when you shove it in the fridge. Still gonna do it though. Get off. It's all experimentation, right? See if this does anything. Are you helping? I mean, not really. Maybe it'll combat the extra honey that I put in. I guess we won't know until we whack it in the fridge. Chocolate melted over the top of it would be so good. But I don't have any. Gumi has Toblerone. No. And now you transfer this into that. And you just smush it down. Try and make it even, I suppose. Dude, this would be so much better with chocolate on the top. Should I ask her, can I use your Toblerone? Will that be too much sugar? Will that be like diabetes in a bite, you know? I've gone this far without licking the spatula, but I'm gonna wreck it now because I don't need to touch it anymore. Oh, that's done. That's it. You whack it in the fridge. Now you leave that in there for a good half hour. Guess this would be a good time to wash up, huh? I think this bowl was overkill. 4 cups of cornflakes seemed like it would be bigger. Now what?
Some time later.
It's been half an hour. I can't wait any longer, so we're gonna cut it. Not gonna lie, not the easiest to cut. I need more hands. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I feel like if I stack them, they're just gonna stick to each other. There's no aesthetic way of setting this up. I dare say it's time for the taste test. Oh, it's gooey. It's literally just, it's folding. It's gonna fall. Hey look, the extra peanut butter and the honey didn't work. If you love peanut butter, 10 out of 10, do recommend. You could probably halve those slices, I'm not gonna lie. Well, that was freaking delicious. Messy, but delicious. I still have so many cornflakes. What do I do with cornflakes? If you have any ideas, let me know. How does she not get sick of having the same thing for breakfast every day? And it being cornflakes. To be fair, she puts sugar on them, and I was like, you know that exists? Frosties, which, fun fact, I used to call tiger flakes, and I still do because there's a tiger on the box. I have my own name for things. Also, you know fly swats? They're whackers in my household. I thought that was an Australian thing, but it turns out I made it up. I've called them whackers since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, and I only realised, embarrassingly not that long ago, that it wasn't in fact an Australian thing, and it was just a me thing. And I went to my friend's house, and there just so happened to be a bug there, and I was like, where's your whacker? And she's like, what? Where's my what? Fly swat. Where's your fly swat? Anyway, with that anecdote out of the way, that's pretty much it from me. Let me know what you would do with cornflakes. Also, if there's any other weird recipes that you'd like me to try, send them my way. I will apologise in advance if I don't get another video out next week, because I am in fact in Victoria. Not right now, but I will be. If you'd like to subscribe, do so. These are my socials. Thank you so much for joining me on another chaotic adventure, and I hope to see you next week. And with that, I shall see you later, Tater.